morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on what side of the pond you're on, and welcome to the first official 2021-22 season edition of Across the Pitch. My name is Phil Kennedy, and I'm here with my co-host, Tony Robinson, where today what we're going to do is kind of give a little bit of an update on what we're going to be covering on Across the Pitch for the upcoming 2021-22 EFL League One season. As you guys may have heard on our previous episodes, we have kind of scaled back topic-wise and are really just officially focusing on specifically Accrington Stanley as a podcast right now. And, Accrington content is going to be what you can expect from us coming forward here. And Tony, let's start off by telling folks first, welcome back for the new season. But let's start off by telling folks what you've been working on putting together over the past 2 weeks, because I'm really excited for what's going to be our next episode of Across the Pitch.
Hi, Phil. It's great to be back with you, and as we both are looking forward to the upcoming season, getting sort of excited about it, and now that preseason is well underway. And we just wanted to let everybody know what sort of are on the books for Across the Pitch for the upcoming season. And one of the new features that we like to do is involve the fans a bit more, Phil, and that in the sense that we're going to kick it off by a fan preview show where we will be giving several Accrington Stanley fans that have first-hand knowledge of the team, that watch the team week in and week out. And we're going to preview the season with them on a few different topics. Maybe even we'll get some surprises out of it. But we'd like to see what they're thinking and looking forward to the season, and what they anticipate the starting lineup will be. So we're very excited with that project to kick that off. And that's something I think, Phil, that will follow up throughout the season at various times and involve as many listeners and fans as we can.
Absolutely, Tony. And I'm really, really excited for this because, of course, with Across the Pitch, I'm over here in Phoenix, Arizona, and you're in Toronto, Canada area. And, of course, we watch all the Accrington matches on iFollow. And although you haven't been able to the past 2 years, you do usually travel back to some matches. But it's not quite the same for us as actually living in Accrington, being a season ticket member and such like that. So that's why I'm really excited that we're going to get some folks on the show who, of course, now that fans are back in the Wham Stadium, which is, of course, the most exciting announcement of the preseason thus far. But having some folks that are there match in and match out to come on the show and really give us their perspective, I think it's going to be a big thing. And you've really done a lot of work over the past few weeks with lining up some great guests, and I think it's just going to be a great show. And like you said, one thing that we're really going to be focusing on here on Across the Pitch is having as much listener interaction as we can, because I think that getting folks involved with the show as opposed to just kind of listening to us all the time is something that will help us get some other perspectives on what's going on with the team, some other ideas about lineups and things like that. And I'm just really excited for the whole upcoming season in general, because we're going to be looking at doing hopefully about 2 player interviews per month for current players. Darren Woodhead's Veterans Series, we're going to hopefully have at least one retired player or someone who was involved with the club in the past on the show. And then once a month, we're going to do Across the Pub, where Tony, Darren, and myself will just kind of chat up the Aki, if you will.
Yeah, there's lots of things that we can cover and discuss as the season goes on. But the reason I thought of the fan involvement is because simply I couldn't, I can't make it over this year because my airlines that fly to Manchester have canceled the flight. So I thought we need to do something because to have that fan perspective. And I think this is a great way to involve people. And like you say, Phil, get their firsthand perspective. We're going to have people that stand in the Clayton end so they can give us that feel when they talk to us, and people in the stands and season ticket holders and what have you. And of course, you mentioned the Veteran Series, which is a very popular segment for Across the Pitch. And Darren is busy working. He's got a lot on his plate now with a new job. So we're going to give him some time to get organized, and we look forward to starting up that Veteran Series when he's got guests lined up. And I'm particularly excited too, Phil, to do the new player interviews, but starting off with the new signees because they it's always interesting to speak to them and find out their feelings and perspective on coming to Stanley, and this season especially the recruitment that John Coleman and Jimmy Bell have done it early. I think I know we said this last year, but I'm going to say it again. This is going to be the best team that Stanley has put on the pitch. So I'm looking forward to the season, but looking forward to being documenting it with you along the way, Phil, and with Darren.
I couldn't be more excited. And like you said, Tony, I mean, Darren's Veteran Series has been by far the most popular segment on our show, if you will, and for good reason, because he just brings incredible guests, and his knowledge of club history is just out of this world. And if you haven't had a chance to, definitely pick up a copy of Darren's new book, My Football Life. I got my copy of the mail last week. I'm about halfway through it, and it's not just a purely statistical football type of book, if you will. It's something where you could really tell that Darren poured his heart and soul into writing this.
Well, yes, and I think the stories in there that people can connect to during their life as they've grown up and football has become part of it. I was lucky and honored for Darren to ask me to put a little segment in the book, and I hope that doesn't affect his sales any, because but the rest of the book is exceptional, and there's a lot of stories from the heart. They make you smile, and it's just a great way to sort of look at Stanley from a personal point of view as opposed to fact-based,
Absolutely. And that's what I've really been enjoying about it, is like you said, it's just a different perspective than your average football book, and certainly different style than Darren's previous books. And it really, it just shows what a talented author he is to be able to be so versatile in writing a completely different type of book.
Yeah. Yeah, and the one thing that what we want to try and get out before the actual season kickoff on the 7th against Wickham is we're going to have the fan preview show. We're recording that soon, and we will have that out before the opening season kickoff. And likewise, we hope to have you and myself and Darren get together and give our thoughts on what we see coming on the pitch for Stanley. Our lineups, what our expectations are, and some fond memories. So I'm looking forward to having a discussion with the two of you on that, and that should be a fun episode once it gets recorded.
Absolutely, Tony. I'm really looking forward to the fan show. Today we're recording this. It is Wednesday, July 28th. That's going to be next Monday on August 1st that we're going to record the fan interviews podcasts, and that should be out, I'm thinking by Tuesday the 2nd or Wednesday the 3rd at the latest. give folks plenty of time to listen before the first official match kicks off on August 7th. And like you said, Tony, this is looking to be the strongest squad that Accrington Stanley has ever put on the pitch. There's real I hope that this is a club that it can push towards a playoff spot or a possible promotion, which, for a club Accrington's size to be thinking about the championship is just incredible. I mean, if you're a fan of any other sport, it would just be like the Toledo Mud Hens trying to play the New York Yankees or something like that. But it's an exciting time to be an Accrington Stanley fan and an exciting time to be doing an Accrington Stanley podcast. And
well, I think, Phil, that one of the things that I'm looking forward to is getting the message out about Accrington, because there's still, as I'm doing research and reading, there is still lots of, and I'm putting the air quotes up here, experts that are picking Stanley to be in the bottom half or fight for, possible fight for relegation. So I think we need to educate these people one by one that is not the case. And if they listen to our podcast, they'll understand where we're coming from.
Couldn't agree with you more, Tony. And I think that this is definitely a team that will finish at the top 10 of the table. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Stanley will finish no lower than 10th place in the League One table. I'm hoping higher than that, but that's my guarantee that this is a top 10 side going into the season.
Well, I'm going to wait for our across the pub get together, and I will give you my prediction because I was hard on the team last year, and I'm looking for big and better things. But let's wait for the across the pub, and then we'll see where we're at. But I've got very high hopes.
Well, until then, Tony, on Stanley
on. Cheers, Phil.
Cheers.